carbine was getting failures to feed using cartridges loaded with cast bullets. This is a jam while firing with the Hensley & Gibbs number 115 bevel base. I decided to do a test to learn the frequency of failures to feed. I'm doing a test to find how many failures to feed with this load. It's a cast bullet, Hensley & Gibbs number 115 bevel base. I've seeded them out so they're almost too long. They almost would stick in the magazine, but they're just a little bit short of that. And I'm just going to see how many failures to feed I get. I'm going to be shooting my high point carbine number 995. This is the original stock. I know these tests are only for 50 cartridges, but what I'm showing you is representative of my experience shooting this carbine. I'm going to do a failure to feed test using Hensley & Gibbs number 115 bevel base cast bullets. There's the first failure to feed, typical of the bullet nose at the top of the chamber, and the bolt has hit the case, side of the case near the rim. There's the second one. Third one. Fourth one. Fifth one. Sixth one. Seventh one. Eighth one. I'm using a semi-wad cutter cast bullet for this failure to feed test. This is a Seiko number 383. There's the first failure to feed. Second. Third. The fourth. Fifth. The sixth. Seventh. 8th, the 9th, the 10th, I'm going to shoot my cast bullets. These are Hensley & Gibbs number 52, and I'm trying to find failures to feed. This is what I expect to find. The bullet nose partly entered the chamber and it's stuck near the top, and the bolt has hit the base of the case near the rim. This is the second one. Third one. I decided to test if cartridges loaded with cast bullets would feed reliably as the first cartridge from a fully loaded magazine. I'm testing these pointed-nosed cast bullets, feeding the first round from a fully loaded 10-round magazine. So I pull the bullet nose up, let the bolt forward slowly, and it will catch, bullet nose will catch on the feed ramp sometimes. And I press up on the magazine, and it fed. I don't think it caught the bullet that time. Caught the cartridge, I mean. There I had to hit the bottom of the pistol grip twice to get it to feed. Missed it. That one fed without any extra effort. Pressing up on the magazine made that one feed. The thing I noticed is with an unloaded magazine in the bolt back, there's quite a bit of play in how far the magazine moves. And that translates into movement in the at the top of the magazine, of course, in the chamber. And I think that makes a difference in whether or not the cartridges have failures to feed. With the bolt closed and the magazine fully loaded and in position, the pressure of the cartridges against the spring and against the bottom of the bolt keeps the magazine down. But I'm wondering, would I get fewer failures to feed if I held the magazine up while I shot? Now I'm going to try holding the magazine up, pressing it on the bottom of the magazine while I fire, to see if that gives fewer failures to feed. So I'm going to do it like this. Again, a failure to feed test using my Hensley & Gibbs number 115 bevel-based cast bullets. But this time I'll be pressing up against the bottom of the magazine while I fire. This failure to feed test will use Seiko number 383 cast bullets, and I will press up on the bottom of the magazine while I'm firing. I'm going to do a similar test, except while I'm firing, I'm going to press up on the bottom of the magazine to see if that gives fewer failures to feed. There is a smokestack jam. I watched a YouTube video called High Point 995 TS Carbine Problem Solving Review by Flatbrokegunner. At 15:09 he says, quote, "You really have to slap the bottom of the factory magazine to get it to seat correctly," unquote. That gave me the idea that the tactical stock was designed to hold the magazine closer to the bottom of the bolt. So I purchased the tactical stock. To reduce the failures to feed, I decided to remove the standard stock and install the tactical stock. This is the movement in the magazine with the magazine unloaded and the bolt back. In the tactical stock, and here is how much movement at the top of the magazine, which could make a difference in feeding. I tested the failures to feed while firing the carbine with the tactical stock installed. This is a failure to feed test with Hensley & Gibbs number 115 bevel base bullets and the tactical stock installed on my High Point carbine. This is a failure to feed test with Seiko number 383 cast bullets. And the tactical stock. First failure to feed. Second. Third. fourth. This is a failure to feed test with Hensley and Gibbs number 52 cast bullets and the tactical stock on my carbine. The tactical stock gave fewer failures to feed than using the original stock. I'm using Winchester 9mm Luger ammunition, 115 grain full metal jacket. I have a high point magazine, 10 round. This fits the high point carbine 995. This is a new magazine. It has 42014 stamped on it. I'm going to do a nosedive test with one cartridge. I press the nose of the bullet down and release it slowly, and the cartridge comes back up where it's supposed to be, pressed against the feed lips by the tension of the magazine spring against the follower and against the cartridge. Now I'll load the magazine fully. Okay, it's fully loaded. Now I do the nosedive test again and release it slowly. The bullet nose doesn't come up where it's supposed to be. It's supposed to come higher where the cartridge is pressed against the feed lips. And this magazine has a design problem where the follower isn't pushing the cartridges into the proper position when the magazine is fully loaded. I have a magazine, 9 round, from a Colt 1911 chambered in 9mm Luger. So with one cartridge in the magazine, I do the nosedive test. Works fine. Now I'll fully load the magazine. So the magazine's fully loaded. And the cartridge comes back up where it's supposed to be, against the feed lips. The Hi-Point Carbine magazine and the Colt 1911 magazine, both in 9mm Luger, have different angles, and I think that's why the Hi-Point magazine has feeding problems and the Colt does not. That the Colt is at a better angle than the Hi-Point magazine. The Colt is in front now, Hi-pointed back. Now the Hi-Point in front and the Colt in back. You could see that they stand at quite different angles. The Colt magazine doesn't have the nosedive problems. The Hi-Point magazine does.